All right, everybody. We are here with the TNT review series here on Pro Wrestling Logic, and it is the May 17th, 1985 edition of TNT. We've got the entire run of the program saved for one missing show um, thus far, and we will have the entire program saved for that missing show over the weeks to come here. In any event, this is the May 17th, 1985 edition. Not a bad program overall, although some really kind of nondescript stuff. Um, so we open with Rocky Johnson interviewing, of course, Rocky Johnson, the Rock's father, and he is talking about his international travels, talking about the competition, talking about really liking to be around the fans. Comes across as a really likable guy. If you listen to Tony Atlas, though, Rocky's certainly not that. So interesting what falling out might have happened there along the way. But anyway, there is an enhancement match for Rocky Johnson here. You see a lot of quickness that you normally don't see. He ends up hitting several drop kicks and other high impact but speedy maneuvers. I mean, one of the things about Rocky Johnson, I think, that goes understated because he doesn't get nearly as much. I don't know if play is the right word, but attention as guys in later generations would, is his speed for his size, 240 to 260 pounds on average, and he's moving around like a cruiserweight would with drop kicks and just quick punches, kind of that float, sting and float and hit thing. But the drop kicks are what he's known for, athletic with rolls and the like, and then ends up winning the match with a sunset flip, gets a win there. We see the third return of Sal Balomo, this time doing some more cooking. I mean, I don't go into great detail on these segments because, quite honestly, they're time filler on what was to be a vaudeville show. It's, I mean, if you like Sal Baloma, worth going out of your way to look at, but really not otherwise. Nor is the following match that he has with Frankie Williams. Of course, Williams, an enhancement talent from Columbus, Ohio, as he once said on Piper's Pit. Probably the Piper's Pit for Frankie Williams is his most notable, or most well remembered anyway, version of what he did in WWF fame. But anyhow, very slow, methodical match here by both men. Neither guy's going to pull out too many stops. Arm bars, arm locks, mat wrestling at a slower than normal rate. That's the standard fare for this particular contest. As we move forward in the contest, we see a cross body, which oddly enough, if you think about it, um, Bellomo almost overshoots in the process, but he does get the victory here, and he's victorious before going back to the studio where he's making stuffed artichoke hearts, which artichokes get Vince McMahon kind of confused. Women's champion Wendy Richter joins the program. This is a little awkward in and of itself because, I'm going to be completely honest. Wendy Richter, she's talking about something that's relatively topical today, and that is, do you want to be a parent and settle down and get married and all that stuff? And she puts her career first and says she's having too much fun being, a world champion and fighting, and puts the competition over. And it's a two segment thing. So I mean, basically Vince is enamored with Wendy Richter still at this point. Lord Alfred Hayes is enamored with her for more lecherous reasons, and then we go into a match with Peggy Lee, later known as Peggy Lee Leather. You may know her from Glow or Pow. But anyway, this match is just awkward. It's awkward all the way around. Number one, there's just no synergy really between the two combatants, and number two, um, both of them run the ropes awkwardly. If you want to see Wrestling 101 go awry, this is probably the way to check that out. It's like they're stumbling into the ropes. They actually both do a bit where they actually have to turn around mid-run in order to hit the ropes. Execution of moves is off. It's just a cluster mess, and it's clear that either Wendy Richter's been led through to have decent matches, or Peggy Lee at this point is not ready to have a match on television for a national company. Either way, if you like clusters, this is a match to go out of your way to see. Then we go back to the studio. The continuation of Mama Bellomo and her son Sal cooking closes the program. Again, a relatively nondescript, but I think I mentioned a few episodes ago that TNT as a program really slows down here through the beginning, or actually midpoint of June. There's some really skippable programs, and this happens to be one, except for the botch related to the women's match. If you're into that sort of thing, go out of your way to see that. Other than that, you can skip this and go about your happy little day. In any event, this has been the reaction to the 17th of May version of TNT. Until next time, keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment.